Hello folks, this is Dave. I'm doing a VR for Sammy Thunder. He's passed 3,000 subs. Unbelievable to me. Can't believe that somebody could get that high, but great job, Sammy. He works hard, gives a lot of great content, and one of the greats of the community. He asked for us to show our Reindeer Studio shirts. I've got a couple. This is the one I'm wearing today, and show some oddball cards. And I think what he's defining oddball cards is rare cards. And I can't say I have a lot of rare cards, and I was looking through my notebooks of various things. So let me show you what I found. Rare or not, these are rare for me. So see how this works, Sammy. So here's some of my oddball cards. So this is an exhibit card. It's George Sisler. And I got this card. I'm not sure the year and kind of what the deal is with that. Scott, please help me with that if you could drop a comment. I forget actually, but I bought this because I collect father and sons cards, and George had two sons that played in the major leagues, Dick and Dave. And their cards are from the 50s and probably not too collectible and not too rare. So that's my first one. And this is Ewart Gladstone Walker, known as Dixie Walker. Guess it's no secret why he went to that name. He also had two sons that played in the major leagues. One is Fred Walker, who also went by Dixie Walker, and the other is Harry the Hat Walker. And both those players played in the 40s, maybe even into the 50s, I think, maybe. Anyway, this is a 1912 T207, I believe, card. And I like this because it's got a little bio on the back. So even though it's a tobacco card, it's got a bio, and I like that. Next card I have is a Z-Nut. And I collect players that have the same last name as me. So I guess you can figure that out. This is a card of Harry Thompson. He's on Sacramento here, but this is a card from 1925 or 1927. It's a Z-Nut, Harry Thompson. So that's, I think, a little bit of a rare card. I don't know how many are out there. So back to the brothers again. I've shown this card before. This is a 1934 batter-up of Wes Farrell. He's the brother of Hall of Famer Rick Farrell, who was a catcher. Wes was a pitcher. Interesting thing about Wes is he had a lifetime WAR of 60, and his Hall of Famer brother had a lifetime WAR of 40. Rick was really a great pitcher. He had about 11-year streak there where he was averaging in the high 200 innings per year, over 300 innings a couple times. And I think toward the end of his career, I think they just wore him out. His arm just fell off. So his lifetime ERA is like 4.04, but during his peak, his ERA was 3.8 something. Won a lot of games. And the other thing about him is he holds the lifetime career record for home runs by a pitcher. Was a very good hitter. The next card I have, I think this one you may think is rare. Let's see if I can get this without the glare. Sorry about that. This is an Australian cricket card of Cecil Thompson. This is from 1928-29 season. So He also has last name Thompson. The next player I have, not necessarily a rare card, but here's a hockey player also named Cecil Thompson. He played for the Boston Bruins, and this is a playing card from 2005. Tiny Thompson. So back to the father and son theme. This is a art card of Tom Fletcher. Tom Fletcher played one game for the Tigers, 2 innings pitch, and a 0 ERA. And I bought a couple of these from the maker of this card. They're not necessarily inexpensive, $6-7 for it, which seems a little high, but if you want a card of a player, there isn't another card out there, that's what you pay, unless you make it yourself. His son was Darren Fletcher, who played several years in the major leagues for Montreal, Toronto, the Phillies, and the Dodgers. Was a pretty good player, actually. I think he made an all-star team one year. Another art card. This is Ron Allen. He's the brother of recent Hall of Famer Dick Allen, and had another brother named Hank Allen. Ron played 7 games with the Cardinals, first baseman, shown here in a Phillies uniform, but I think what he played was in the minor league with a couple of Phillies associates, the Reading the Reading Phillies, and another one. So maybe this is a picture when he was in the Phillies organization. Another art card. I also collect University of Washington players and past quarterbacks, and this is Bob Slorette. Bob Slorette played with the Huskies in the late 1950s and early 1960s. He was a 2-time Rose Bowl MVP, a first-team All-American in 1959, also played defensive back in 1959, had 7 interceptions. So he won those 1960 and 1961 Rose Bowls. I recall as a little boy laying on the carpet in front of a black and white TV with my dad and my uncles there, watching the University of Washington play with Wisconsin and beating them. Interesting thing about Bob Slorette is he essentially had one eye. Due to an accident as a boy, he lost all but 5% of his vision out of one eye. So he was a one-eyed football player. Another thing I collect is all the University of Washington players that played in the major leagues. And this is Hunky Shaw, a T206 from 1909. Hunky played in 1908, 1 year with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I have another Thompson card. Here is Tommy Thompson. Played a year with the Steelers and then 8 years with the Philadelphia Eagles. He was 2-time NFL champ with the Eagles in 48 and 49. And this is his 1948 Bowman card. I always thought these are kind of unusual cards, and I'm happy to pick this one up of Bobby Feller. This is a 1949 MP and Co. R302, and this is the -2 version, which means it was a 1949 I believe they had him in, I want to say 1941, and that would be R302-1. But interesting card. So just an interesting card I picked up for no particular reason other than I thought it was cool. Oops. Bob Florette's gone down. One card I just picked up here in the last month is this Richie Ashburn penny holder. It's a gypsy oak penny holder. I don't know anything about that. I looked a little bit and didn't really see anything, but I got a 1948 penny and put it in there because 1948 was Richie Ashburn's first year. So my last card I want to show is this Reindeer Studio card of Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson. The definition of an oddball card per Sammy was a rare card, and he said the rarer the better. And I think if you look at that, it says 37 of 50, even autographed. So I think oddball means something different than rare to me, but that appears to be the definition. So hope you're not offended, Scott. It only means a rare card, and I love your cards and pick up several of them with players. The older or more classic era, the better. Anyway, those are my cards. Rare cards, oddball cards for you, Sammy. And congrats again on 3,000. Thanks for watching. You all come back now. Here.